If you are like me right now, you're probably one of those individuals that is going through a lot, right? Maybe you're going through some family challenges. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe there was a test that you were taking for school or for work and you didn't pass. Um, Got a little personal there. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're in a situation to where you got to move out of your old place or move out of your parents' place or, whatever the case may be. And you're just sitting here just thinking, what's next, right? What's the next step? How do I overcome this? And it's quite scary because all of those situations that I named thrive from one big place that we don't like to sit in. And that place is disappointment. Nobody ever wants to feel disappointed. Nobody ever wants to feel let down. But more importantly to that, nobody ever wants to be in a position to where they feel like they're helpless. And that's what happens when you fail at something or fall short of the mark, if you will, right? You feel disappointed and you feel defeated and you feel hopeless and you sit here and you wonder to yourself, well, what do I do? Now, obviously, what I'm going to tell you in one manner is you just got to keep going, right? And I'm not saying that keep going is easy because it's not. It's exhausting, especially when you've given your everything, when you've done your absolute best, when you've prayed, when you not only prayed, but put works behind your prayer and your faith. Because remember, faith without works is dead. So you're putting in the work. You're believing that God is going to pull through or that he's going to give you the strength to pull through, and you don't meet the mark. But there's something else I'm going to add to that as well. And I hope you guys take heed to what I'm about to say. And this ain't just for y'all. This is for me too, because I'm currently going through some things and I have to kind of not even just pep myself up, but I have to take my words at value too. I can't just tell y'all to do something and I'm not doing it myself. And that is to trust God. And I know it's a lot easier said than done. And a lot of times trusting God requires us to let go. Let go. Let go of the plans that you had. Let go of the goals. And when I say let go, I don't mean quit. Let me make that clear. Letting go doesn't always mean quit. Sometimes it does mean quit, yes, because that's the first thing that we look at when we say let go of something. We're quitting. But definition number 2, relinquishing. Relinquish doesn't mean quit all the time. Relinquish sometimes means submit it to another source. And in this case, when I say let go, I don't mean stop doing what you're doing. Keep pressing towards your mark. But I mean release it and give it to him, right? And the reason why I say relinquish it to God and trust him is because it's one of those things where sometimes we hold on to something so tight that we don't give God room to work with it. You feel what I'm saying? If there's one thing I know about Yahweh the Most High, he is not a forceful God in terms of just like taking stuff away. You feel what I'm saying? It's one of those things where if you don't want to let it go, he going to be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna let you hold on to it, even if it's not good for us. You want to know why? Because Yahweh the Most High gives us free will. Now, just because we got free will, that doesn't mean we can will and do whatever we want to do, because that should not be the case, obviously. Whole nother conversation for another day. But that does mean that we have a choice. And the choice that we make, or choices that we make, can lead us to a good path, or it can lead us to a bad path. You know, red pill, blue pill, all that good stuff. You choose which one you want to go on. And I can honestly say that sometimes our choices put us in positions that are pretty uncomfortable. I'm going to be very transparent here. A lot of my decisions over the past couple of months have put me in a very uncomfortable spot in life right now, right? I'm all about transparency on this channel. I'm not going to hide nothing from y'all. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing from y'all. I'm going to keep it 100, because if I didn't keep it 100, who would I be? What would I be? But even in this process of me realizing I done screwed up beyond belief, like I'm going to be real. This is the lowest that I've been in years. I mean, years. Probably the second lowest I've been since I've been in Orlando. Well, maybe third lowest. I ain't gonna say the second lowest, maybe third, right? But it's within the top 5 lowest moments of my life here since I moved here. And even through it all, I'm on the bus yesterday. If you had a chance to watch my video, the FTCE journey to pass the test, go watch it. Not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna just let y'all take a look at it. You see for yourself. But even while I'm on the bus, I'm clearly upset. Tears about to roll down my eyes. Just frustrated as I don't know what. And I just hear a voice saying, "You said you would trust me. Do you trust me?" And I'm gonna be honest. Behaviors that were exhibited once I got home demonstrated I did not trust him, clearly. But then I woke up this morning and I prayed. And I said, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm finna do. I don't know how I'm finna make this work. I have no clue. I'm just kind of cooked right now. I'm gonna trust you, Lord, but I don't even know what to pray for. Like I was so defeated this morning. I didn't even know what to pray for. I didn't know. I couldn't tell you. But you know what? Even in the midst of it all, I said, Marcus, it's time to get to work. And while you're working, it's time to continue to put your trust in God. You've been saying you trust God all this time. What does that look like? Now, also keep in mind, trusting God doesn't mean you continue to go out and do stupid stuff either. Yeah, I'm talking to myself right now. But if you need to hear this, this is for you too. But I'm talking to Marcus right now. Trusting God does not mean you continue to put yourself in the same cycle to make the same mistakes over and over again, because this is how you got here in the first place. Right? Let me just make that clear for those who might be in my or very similar to my situation. Trusting God means the path that he has for you, the people that he put in your life to help elevate you to the next level, the opportunities that he gives you to elevate to the next level, you take advantage. Because as I've said on this channel before, what happens when you notice that the opportunities dwindle? What happens when clearly God is giving you the exit strategy, but you're not taking advantage? These are things to think about, right? So yes, it's important to trust God, but it's also just as important to trust his process. That means following his process. That means when something seems God-given and you know for sure, you take advantage in a good way. When he gives you opportunities for a way out, you take that way out. If he tells you to do something, you do it without second guessing. When he tells you to let go, relinquish, let go. Remember, letting go doesn't always mean quitting. Sometimes it does. But sometimes it simply means giving it to him, turning it over to him, letting him take control. All right. So as cliche as this may sound to anybody who's watching this or listening to this as background noise, whatever the case may be, trust him. Trust him with all your heart. Lean not to your understanding. We've heard that scripture time and time again, right? Just something to think about. All right. Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Keep your boy in prayer. It's going to be all right. It's going to work itself out. I know it's going to work itself out. It's just a hard patch and a group of lessons that I personally have to learn. If you're going through what I'm going through, just trust them. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you one more example before I leave this video. I'm sorry. I got one more example for you. This year was the year that I decided to start tithing. I think I mentioned this quite a few videos ago, but my church, Orlando World Outreach Center, we started a tithing challenge. And in that tithing challenge, for those of us who don't tithe that often, we were challenged to tithe, right? And I started doing it. I fell off. I got back on, so on and so forth. I definitely can say that this is the first year in a long time that I've tithed more consistently than ever. Hasn't been every single pay period, but I've been doing a lot better with giving my first fruits, my 10%, right? And I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing this because I'm expecting a blessing, and more so doing it because I trust God's process of me being obedient, So just something that I want you guys to think about. But I love y'all, and see you guys soon. Remember, put your trust in the Most High Yahweh. Peace.